Welcome back to eTalks. My name is Shilpi. I'm the head of quality and training with eSiksha Chopal and Teachers Touchstone Private Limited. Again, I'm back with an international guest just from our neighborhood, and that is Asma Toorkam. She is a health and a psychologist worker, and she is also a very keen environmentalist. So, Asma, welcome to my show. This is the second time that I am with you. And I'm really excited that we are going to talk about the best practices that, we can learn from each other, because the world has grown, into a much smaller space. We can now see people across the borders, anywhere in the world, just through technology. So Asma, welcome, and just introduce yourself a bit so that people know the real Asma that I'm talking about. And then, what do you think is the future of the entire education system, and how can we improve it, keeping in mind the, international borders coming closer and closer?
Thank you so much, Shilpi, for inviting me. Yes, it's my second wonderful time to interacting with you. And while being on Zoom, it seems like the borders never matters. You are very close to my heart, as mobile is very close to my heart, less than a half-meter distance. So that's the beauty of technology, right? And technology comes with education, and definitely. And yeah, as you a little bit about me, I'm health psychologist and human rights activist. I'm working on human rights from last 11 years. And as United Nations started, initiated these sustainable development goals, so I chose 3 goals for myself from 2017, start of 17, and started campaigning about it. And as you already mentioned, that these are health and wellness, which is called SDG3, and gender equality, and lies in SDG 5 and SDG 13, clean and green environment. Pakistan, India, unfortunately, we are badly affected by the environmental crisis, and the heat waves, the cyclones, and the temperature is rising. These are South Asian countries are badly being affected. Even your Delhi and our Lahore are the nowadays in smoke, and we are the worst. We both have the worst countries in our worst cities in the world. From my side, Lahore, and your side, Delhi, and including all other cities too. So this is how environment is rapidly changing and affecting our health too. So keeping all these things in mind, I started initiating. And for SDG 3, I used to give sessions to different levels from school, university, and college, with professionals, with doctors, with activists, at different levels. And it's actually focused, giving them awareness why our mental health is important, and advocating and making the brain of my people that we demand some sort of budgeting and law for mental health, and there is no budgeting at all, and I think the same situation is at your side. For gender equality, my main focus is mental health and the issues related to it, and how we can, what is the root cause of those gender-based violence and gender inequalities, and how we can eradicate them by applying the different methods for mental health awareness. And for environment, my main focus is to give them awareness on how to preserve water and not to use plastic, and then tree plantation. And so far we have planted more than 1,400 trees, which are now grown up, and overall we have planted more than 4,000 plants till this plantation season just passed in July. So this is all about me. Beside that, I'm working in an organization, a corporate sector organization, a limited company called AR Brothers. I'm senior program manager there. And also I'm heading their CSR, customer care Responsibility Fund, and I'm the chairperson of their organization, Society for Empowerment of Voices as well. This is about me. So coming to your question, yes, subcontinent, especially India, has a very rich history in terms of moralities, ethics, a very decorated and sophisticated education system. Just these are the talks of just 100 years back, right? Before the invasion of British East India Company, we may say. Sorry, let me correct. Before the invasion of East India Company, the subcontinent was very rich in terms of revenue, in terms of education. And they have had great scholars, the mathematicians, the algebra started from there. That was that was the area, including Iran, or at the time it was called Persian, Persian states, and then Indian states connecting. So even the best people in the field of chemistry and physics, astronomy, astrology, you mentioned. And let me mention also that even at that present, the best tech giants leading Twitter or Google or Netflix, or the world tech giants in the Silicon Valley of America are also led by American Indians, right? So even the vice president of America is Indian. So now you can get that how the rich culture India has, and even though I'm from Pakistan, but just 70 years back, we have the same history, share history, and you're very integral part of, and we are your integral part. You are an integral
but
part.
Let me tell you, you have been. I'm really, really indebted. Listening to so much of appreciation that you have for India. Like कि ये तो हम समझ गए कि हम बहुत ही कल्चरली वैल्यू बेस्ड हर चीज में आ गए हैं. तो ऐसा क्या है जो हम बर्तानिया या अमेरिका जैसे मुल्कों से सीख सकते हैं? व्हाट इज इट दैट वी कैन टेक फ्रॉम द वेस्ट that can bring us to that global platform,
Yes, very important question indeed. And I already mentioned, and I repeat, I said that what we need is a systematic inclusion of different things. We just need that where we are lacking behind. We need to maximize our budget, all right? We are lacking behind in budgeting. हमारा बजट बहुत थोड़ा है. हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट्स में जो हमारे असातिज़ा हैं, they are not being well paid. And अगर आप यूके में चले जाए तो टीचर और डॉक्टर बनना और लॉयर बनना बहुत टफ है. अब दो चीजों को छोड़ के इंडिया पाकिस्तान बाकी हमारे साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्रीज में टफ है, और वो है डॉक्टर बनना, क्योंकि डॉक्टर बनना एक बिजनेस बन गया. ये ये एक बहुत ही ज्यादा बिजनेस पर्सपेक्टिव में एक अच्छा शोबा है. बाकी हमारे यहाँ चलने देख के लॉयर बन जाते हैं, और हमारे यहाँ घर बैठे आप कुछ भी यानी टीचर भी बन जाते हैं, और जिसको कोई और जॉब नहीं मिलती तो लिटरली वो टीचर बन जाता है. हमारे सॉरी टू से हमारे मोहल्ले में हर घर मोहल्ले में जिधर भी चले जाए 50 स्कूल तो नजर आएंगे. अब यूरोप में चले जाएं तो वहाँ लाइसेंसिंग सिस्टम है, वहाँ लॉयर बनना टफ है, इस वजह से जस्टिस सिस्टम अच्छा है. ठीक हो गया. वहाँ ऐसे ही जैसे हम किसी स्कॉलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं तो वहाँ जो उनका लाइसेंसिंग और टेस्टिंग सिस्टम है फॉर लॉ एंड फॉर टीचिंग, और फिर उसको प्रेस्टीज देते हैं वो, राइट? ये जो हम 100 साल पहले करते थे ना कि उस्ताद, मैं ये नहीं कहती कि हमें उसके पाँव दबाने चाहिए या नहीं दबाने चाहिए. अगर हम अपने उस्ताद वालिदैन की जगह है तो खिदमत करने में कोई कबात नहीं. फिर तब वो ऐसे उस्ताद होते थे जो आपको अबुल कलाम आजाद भी पैदा करके देते थे, फिर आपको जो है वो महाराजा रणजीत सिंह जैसे बेहतरीन लोग भी देते थे, आपको बहादुर शाह जफर जैसे आला पाए के जो ना सिर्फ देवर किंग बट वेरी वेरी वेल मैनर्ड पोइट्स, वेरी कंपोज्ड पोइट्स. दे हैव गिवन अस सो मच, जो आपको फिर इतने बड़े बड़े ग्रेट माइंड्स उन्होंने ब्रेन्स दिए जिन्होंने वंडर किए. दोनों साइड्स पे। मैं तो पहले ही कह रही हूँ कि हमारी तो 70 साल पहले ही हमारी सेपरेशन हुई है, तो हमारी तो सारी चीजें ही मानती है। जिन्होंने आपको गालिब दिया है, जिन्होंने आपको मीर दिया है, जिन्होंने आपको दाग दिया है, जिन्होंने आपको वली दखनी दिया, जिनके राइटिंग्स को आप लेके बैठते हो तो कहते हैं कि यार ये कहाँ से ये इतना बेहतरीन इनको पीस ऑफ आर्ट है, वो आपको किसी और दुनिया में नहीं मिलेगा। अब क्या है कि हमारे पास पैसे नहीं है, तो हम नोबेल प्राइज नहीं बना सकते। मुझे बताइए कि क्या रामेंद्र नाथ टैगोर को भी उन्होंने एक जो नोबेल प्राइज दिया, तो आप खुद उनके अपने यहाँ देख लीजिए कितनी बायसनेस है। इसके ऊपर कई तहरीरें लिखी गई हैं कि कितने अच्छे-अच्छे राइटर्स को उन्होंने नेग्लेक्ट किया है। ठीक है? तो अब चूँकि हमारा बिज़नेस जो था वो कैप्चर हुआ, तो फाइनेंशियली जो चीज़ इस चीज़ को एक्सेप्ट करने की ज़रूरत है। वी हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इफ वी आर फाइनेंशियली वीक, then we are not going to rule the world. Who is financially strong? Everything will be beautiful from their side. And they will be perfect, they will be idolized, they will be, they will be called gods. Who called God? So otherwise तो यूनिवर्सिटीज आप इंडिया की हिस्ट्री निकाल के देख लें, कितनी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं जो more than 100 year old है, 200 year old. There are a lot of many universities. All right. So we just need to revamp in terms of uh, increasing budget, allocating more budget, and restructuring our education system in terms of giving more salaries to your teacher, make it the respected profession, although it's respected in terms of words, by giving them maximum facilities. You see, look, one who is just passing their masters or graduation, being the bureaucrat passing CSS or PMS or Indian Civil Services examination. They have the 17th grade initial, but see their all accessories being provided by government. The house, the big house, bungalow, and the transportation, the fueling, and lot of many backmen. Just provide all these things to professors, and you will see that we will have more and more Nobel Prize in our continent. The only thing we are lacking. Teachers are not interested to teach because the one who is accepting teaching is the one who is unable to go too far from their home and not getting that suitable
Here,
job.
one thing also comes in that mostly what happens in schools, जैसे corporates में होता है या बाकी जगहों पे होता है, there is something known as a promotion. A person who's working in a certain position gets a promotion after 5-6 years. But in schools, what you see is if you're a grade 1 teacher, you're a grade 1 teacher all your life. Unless and until you go and tell somebody, I want to please promote me, or something happens by chance that you're promoted. Otherwise, there is no system of promotion in any school. You retire as a grade 1 teacher. Right. So I think that is
really
also
pathetic,
something very
unfortunately.
discouraging.
Yes. It's the way I said that do restructure is called restructuring. The best system is the you can take example from army. If you just join the army as a second lieutenant or just captain, by enhancing your education, by getting more education, you can be promoted to whatever skill you want to go. So please apply. I would request that would be another great way. If you apply that pattern to our education system too, जो भी teacher अपने professional उसका certain पे वो बना दे ना, standard बना दे. They can make standard. If you can complete or pass that exam, we'll give you license and you can promote from grade 1 teacher to grade 5 teacher. And if you can pass after 2 to 3 years that exam, you can be promoted to secondary, high secondary and secondary school teacher, and even you can promote to college level. And unfortunately, in India and Pakistan, no one can be a university professor until unless they don't have certain, relatives or certain different means of sources. So, इसको निकालिए. जब हम इसको निकालेंगे, तो देखिए मैंने पहले कहा था कि हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम पुअर नहीं है, हमारे रवैयों का प्रॉब्लम है. आप देखिए जो बेस्ट रिसर्चर्स जा रही हैं, उनमें बहुत सारे जो ज्वाइंट वेंचर्स करने वाले हैं, वो इंडिया से हैं, या फिर वो पाकिस्तान से हैं, या वो फिर चाइना से हैं. आप देखिए चाइना इस वक्त, आप मानिए ना मानिए, चाइना वर्ल्ड पावर बन चुका है, सुपर पावर बन चुका है, फाइनेंशियली वो बन चुका है.
क्रांति की
पेंडेमिक में
बात तो सच है,
दुनिया
बात
की,
सच है।
देखिए मेरे और आपके नाम मानने से, मैं कहूँ कबूतर ब्लैक है तो वो हो नहीं जाएगा, ठीक है? और अमेरिका के नाम मानने से या दुनिया के नाम मानने से, आप इकोनॉमिकल एम्पावरमेंट देख लेना, इस वक्त चाइना लीड कर रहा है और चाइना की रिसर्च लीड कर रही है। वो दुनिया के बड़े ब्रेन्स को बुला रहे हैं अपने कंट्री में। इवन माय ओन ब्रदर लेफ्ट his scholarship. He received scholarship grant from America. He chose the scholarship grant from China, keeping in the view that now China is a tech giant. देखिए अब वो किसी जमाने में अमेरिका सिलिकॉन वैली था, लेकिन अब सिलिकॉन ताइवान प्रोवाइड कर रहा है और चाइना प्रोवाइड कर रहा है। आपकी एप्पल है, आपका सैमसंग है, जायंट्स कंपनीज जो है वो चाइना में उनके प्लांट्स हैं। सो उन्होंने अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम को रिस्ट्रक्चर किया, एंड आई नो फ्यू ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स हु आर टीचिंग देयर एज अ स्कूल टीचर्स। और देखिए वहां वो स्कूल टीचर बनना क्यों पसंद करते हैं, वहां उनको इतनी बेहतरीन सैलरी मिलती है, इतनी बेहतरीन सहूलियात मिलती है, उनको उनको सस्ती सहूलियात मिलती हैं, उनको मुख्तलिफ पासेस मिलते हैं, मुख्तलिफ कार्ड्स मिलते हैं, मुख्तलिफ डिस्काउंट्स मिलते हैं। So they are being motivated to be a teacher. So we require this into our system. So हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम इज नॉट पुअर, हमारे यहाँ बहुत कॉम्पिटेंट माइंड है, लेकिन हमें अपने सिस्टम को रिस्ट्रक्चर करने की जरूरत है, जो हम उनसे बेस्ट ले सकते हैं, और वो हमसे बेस्ट ऑलरेडी ले रहे हैं। जो हमारा इंटेलिजेंट होता है उसको वैसे ही ले लें।
So like what I can understand is कि अगर हम पूरी गुफ्तगू का एक सार निकालें तो वो ये है कि first of all, I love the point that you said we have to restructure our education system. Secondly, that we need to value the literature and everything that is in our country. We need to create our own awards, and because that will encourage people to come up with vernacular literature more and more. कई लोगों के पास talents है, many are there who want to write but they are not writing or they are not able to express because they feel क्या value। अगर मैंने लिख भी दिया पंजाबी में बहुत कुछ या बहुत हिंदी में लिख दिया तो कहाँ तक जाएगा। एक शोभा होता है समाज का, वहीं तक पहुंचेगा, उसके बियॉन्ड वो नहीं जाएगा। So I think you are right, we should be thinking about it. And the other thing is, of course, what you said in educational institutions, thinking about giving our teachers the chance to progress. The management, the people who are in the higher authorities should think about also giving them facilitations and the opportunity to progress. And of course, from the West, what we can take is that, it's like if we give more budgets to the education system, we subscribe more budget, then this brain drain that is happening will not happen. And from them what we can learn is these two very important things: investment in the education system, the restructuring, and the fact that take the best from everywhere that you can. We don't have to, they have taken everything best from us and they're applying it, so that is what we have to do. If they have given us technology, why not make use of it? Why not let our governments invest in this technology and take it to a higher level? So thank you, Asma, you have really enlightened us. बहुत खुशी हुई कि इतने दिनों बाद, और साल के किसे कहते हैं ना, अंत तक आते आते, जैसे या नए साल का आगाज कह लें या इसको हम कहते हैं कि पुराना साल खत्म हो रहा है, बट एक नई जो आपने ये सोच दी है, this new thought, this new prerogative that you have given us, definitely, and we are going to talk about it wherever we go. And Teachers Touchstone Private Limited, and we all, as a person myself into education for the last 18 years, I think this is the message even I want to convey, that we have to now start focusing on what we already have in our kitty. हमारे पास जो है, पहले हम उसको तो उजागर करें, बाहर से हम क्या लेकर आए पहले उसको तो यूज करें। और हमारे पास इतने नायाब हीरे हैं हमारे स्कूलों में, हमारे एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस में, we just need to tap on that potential. We are not tapping on that potential. So thank you once again, Asma, समय निकालने के लिए, and inshallah we are going to meet once again, but अब की face to face physically मिलेंगे।